Hello, everyone. My name is Mary, and today I have an angelically inspired tarot card reading for the full moon and partial lunar eclipse that is occurring on Friday, October 28th at 4:24 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time and 9:24 p.m. UTC time. So, for this beautiful full moon, I tuned into the angels and they delivered a theme for it. And the theme is freedom. And as I was thinking and just marinating in this energy of freedom and what does it mean, I got a prompting to ask a question. So the question, and there's a couple of questions really. One of the questions is what does freedom mean to you? And another question is whose responsibility is your freedom? And so for one thing, freedom could mean different things for different people. And another thing is that it's who are you giving the responsibility to for your own freedom? How are you structuring your freedom? Whose responsibility? Who's the one driving the bus? Who's the one who's, making sure that you are perfectly and 100% free, in every moment of your life? Because the more you give your freedom, the responsibility over to somebody else, the less free you really are. And so what we have to do, I think, is to take responsibility for our own freedom, to take responsibility and say, you know what? It's me. It's me inside my head. It's me inside my heart. It's me that decides where my freedom lies, what freedom means to me. And it's me that has to take responsibility for it. So that is the message that I got from the angels for this full moon and partial lunar eclipse on Friday. But let's see, I did prepare the cards for a tarot card reading. So let's see what we have here. And I am using the Dame Darcy Mermaid Tarot deck. All right, we're starting with the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is a fiery, action-oriented energy. So I think one of the primary themes here is that the knights are action-oriented. Knights are the ones that decide, exactly when to act and how to act. It's up to them. The responsibility is on them to take action. And so there is some promptings here. The angels are ready for us to take some sort of action. But let's see what else we've got here. The Ace of Pentacles. So our challenge is how can we take action in a world that feels really new to us? How can we take action and to take responsibility for our own freedom when in a world that feels new, with all kinds of new opportunities, with new things happening? How can we create freedom for ourselves and for others in a world that, when we have to recreate the world at the same time? The challenge is that the whole world needs to be redefined, not just our minds, but everything in the world is a part of this journey with us. And for this full moon, I think what we're being asked to do is sort of take action in the world that will help us to express our freedom, but also to redefine our world, to recognize the opportunities that are being offered to us, because the world is offering opportunities, regardless of how it may feel. There are good opportunities on the horizon for us. and beautiful opportunities are opening up. Doors are opening up. Pathways are opening up. New ideas and avenues of thought are opening up. But mainly in the world itself, new people are coming your way. New opportunities are coming your way. And it may not feel like a very comfortable place. You may not recognize these new opportunities for what they are, for the gifts that they are. Because maybe you're just all fired up to go in one direction when really the world wants you to go in a different direction. So that's so far that's what I'm getting. The Page of Swords is our subconscious energy. Will it fit? Wow. And the Three of Pentacles. So So the Three of Pentacles is all about building something. It's constructing something. And the Page of Swords is all about the mind, and it's all about getting clear on things, but learning. It's a learning process. The Page of Swords is ready to learn something new, ready to embark on a new avenue of thought or a new ideas. So what's happening, what I'm clearly seeing, is that we are being asked to reconstruct our world, to see our world brand new, to sort of erase the idea of all the old ideas of what we thought what we thought freedom was supposed to look like, what we thought good fortune was supposed to look like, what we thought our own hero's journey was supposed to look like. All of these things are sort of being wiped away. It's like we're sort of erasing the blackboard, the chalkboard of all the things that were on it, and it's now we're starting with a clean slate. What do you want to build? We are allowed now to build something new, to take action in our hearts and minds, to create the world that we want. What do you want to create? And what you may not see is that the Page of Swords is asking you to just really let go and to start fresh, and to understand that we're all starting new. We're all starting fresh. We're all in the same boat. We're all in this sort of human journey together. And it feels very new and wonky and crunchy sometimes, all the things that are happening are happening, to all of us. And we all have to approach our lives with this sort of brand new perspective. We're ready, like for the Ace of Pentacles, to see our world brand new, to see the treasures of our lives, to see the opportunities that are being presented to us in a brand new way. The Five of Cups. Oh, I love it. I love it. So this is clear. This is 100% clear. For this new moon right now, I think one of the most important cards is this one, and it's showing up in the past position. So it's basically close the door, folks. Close the door on your disappointment. That's not to say don't feel your disappointment. Feel your disappointment, feel all the feelings. You can process your feelings, go ahead and stop a moment every day, breathe and process your feelings. But the idea of dwelling on our disappointments, of sort of wallowing in the pain of what has been happening to us, that needs to end. We have to close the door on that. We have to decide that the power and the responsibility for our own freedom lies with us, lies in our own hearts. And that means that these spilled cups do not have the power to stop us anymore. So what's happened here, this card is based on the Rider-Waite-Smith drawing of the Five of Cups. And so it's 5 cups. 3 of them got spilled. 2 of them are still standing. But the figure in the card is looking at the spilled cups, the spilled wine, and not what she still has. And there is obviously some sort of journey happening that is not happening anymore. She has stopped. She's in a bad place, obviously, but she's not moving forward with her life, with her journey, because of this disappointment. It has stopped her. So the question is, what is stopping you from moving forward on your journey? What disappointment is just, bungling you up? What is in your mind and your heart that makes you feel sorrowful, that makes you feel grief, that is sort of like just clouding your mind and stopping you from moving forward? It's time to put that in the past. It's time to end that. We are not allowing this to stop our journey anymore. Ooh, strength. That's a lovely strength card. I love that. So what we are moving towards, what's beckoning us forward is courage. Is courage to move forward despite what is making us afraid. So these fears are not going away. These spilt cups we're not erasing that. That's not going anywhere. So the things that are hurting you, the things that are making you feel bad, the things that are, just blocking up your mind, those things aren't going anywhere. So just first off, know that. Because there's no need for strength if there's no fear to face. If there's no obstacle, strength would not be necessary. So the obstacle, the fear, that's already there. That's going to still be there. But what we have to do is move forward despite that fear. To look that fear in the eye and say, you know what? I decide where I'm going. I decide, how I'm going to move forward on this journey. The Knight of Wands is fired up and ready to move forward. But he needs you to let go of this fear that has stopped you. He needs you to embrace the strength card, the courage inside your heart to say, you know what? Even though this makes me afraid, I'm going to move forward anyways. I'm going to feel the fear and move forward anyways. Because life needs me to move forward. I'm reconstructing my life. I'm reconstructing, something beautiful and something that's going to last and something that's going to help other people as well. So the Three of Pentacles is all about not only constructing something, but constructing something that is going to be like your legacy, something that has a benefit to other people, that is beautiful. In this particular card, it's a obviously a statue that has some beauty to it. So what she's doing here is building something. And in order to build something, in order to keep going on our journey, we have to move forward. We have to decide that the pains and the disappointments of the past aren't going to stop us anymore. We have to make that decision. So let's see what else we've got. The Lover's card. So this is the archetype of what's deep down inside you. What's moving you forward? How do you see yourself? And this is a very positive card, because to me right now, what this is asking me to see is the partnership here. Is that we are loving partners with one another. And we are building something beautiful together with one another. And what I'm being asked to remind you guys, to remind the human collective, is that despite the fact that it looks very dark, that you see a lot of hate, you see a lot of pain, you see a lot of war, you see a lot of destruction, you see a lot of all that sort of stuff. All of that is, has been seeded by a very small and unimportant group of people whose days are numbered. Their power is coming to an end. The evidence that the world is showing you, don't believe it. This is what we have to believe, that we, the human family, we love each other, and we want to create the Garden of Eden together with one another. We want to answer to our highest call, to the highest call of love, and build something beautiful together with one another. That this is what we're doing. This is who we are right now. This is who we've always been. And anything that is not this is a lie, and you have to just move past it. Let's see what else we've got. Oh, another knight. So the Knight of Swords this time. So the Knight of Swords is the most, I think, impulsive. So the Knight of Wands over here is riding a horse, and the horse is very, he's fired up too. They're moving forward. They're excited. They're moving forward with energy and with passion. Okay, so they're moving forward based on inspirational impulse. Their inspiration, their soul, their heart. They're fired up in a good way, and they're moving forward in that sort of way. Whereas the Knight of Swords is moving forward almost recklessly. He's moving forward in a very impulsive way. And so what I'm getting here is that what we may not be aware of is that the action that we might be taking, or you might be tempted to take in certain areas of your life, might be a little bit too much driven by a poisonous thought. You've got to allow your heart, you've got to allow your soul to help you move forward on this, on your life. You've got to really become integrated, and just integrate all of you, because there are thoughts in your head that are poisonous, and let's just call it like it is. Nobody's got a perfectly healthy brain with no poisonous thoughts floating around in there. We all have some poisonous thoughts floating around. Of course we do. Or else we wouldn't be in the global situation that we're in, with all of this pain and destruction, and all of the unfortunate hate that we're playing in right now. So the Knight of Swords is asking us to just be a little bit careful. Is that you might be tempted to act recklessly. You might be tempted to believe something overly recklessly that really is not true. So it's very important to really get balanced and move forward in a healthy way based on what your soul is telling you, not based on what your mind is telling you. Because your mind you may be operating on some false notions, some false beliefs. I don't know how I knew this, but I knew she was going to show up, the Seven of Wands. And this particular Seven of Wands, the artist really went out of her way to make sure that she looked rather terrified. So, the angels, I think this is why this deck was the deck I chose. I think it was because of this card. Because the angels, I always use this card, this position, for an angel message. And what the angels want us to know is that, listen, you might be terrified right now. It might be really terrifying to turn on the news. It might be terrifying to listen to the thought stream going on in your head. It might be terrifying to tune into your heart and to really, really feel what you're feeling, It might be terrifying to contemplate taking action in the world that you're being inspired to, the kind of action you're being inspired to take. All of this might be absolutely terrifying to you, but you have to know that you are supported, that if, as long as your intention is love, which it is, you are meant to move forward with courage. You are meant to overcome. So this is absolutely telling me, the Strength card and the Lover's card is telling me that this sometimes the Seven of Wands, indicates like a challenge that maybe you should back down, like maybe the person needs to back down. Maybe they're outnumbered and they can't do it. And this woman is terrified, and she really believes that she can't do it. She's outnumbered. It's not going to work out. But the Strength card here and the Lover's card are telling me, and the angels are telling me, don't back down. Don't back down on what you are being inspired to do and how you're being inspired to move forward. It might be terrifying, but don't worry. This too will pass, and you will see eventually. You will be able to reminisce about how, someday when this poor mermaid is done fighting this battle, she's going to be talking to all her mermaid friends and talking about that battle, and I was so scared. I was scared for my life. I didn't know what I was going to do. And she's going to be telling that glory story. She's going to be reminiscing about this victory, as someday in the future. Because she didn't back down. She's going to keep fighting. She believes in what she's standing up for. And what I mean by fight is in your mind, fighting the dark thoughts, fighting the dark energies that are keeping you trapped, that are keeping you in a state of bondage. This full moon is all about moving forward and breaking free. And it's going to take, the angels are telling me, it's going to take courage. And you will be afraid. It's going to take courage to take these steps, to really believe in your heart that you're worthy of everything that you know you're worthy of, and to claim it in the world. To move forward with courage is going to, I see there a strong connection between these two cards. It looks like she's very calm, this particular mermaid. She has faced the terrifying lion and tamed him through the power of her heart, through the power of her inner calm, her inner strength. Her inner strength is what did it. But there probably was a time when she kind of looked like that, when she was like a little bit scared, a little bit like terrified, like, oh my gosh, this lion is going to tear me to bits. But she just faced it. She found the courage and the peace inside her heart to keep going. She didn't let fear stop her from moving forward. She kept going, and she overcame. And that's what the angels want us to know. That whatever the fear is that's popping up for you, face it, overcome, move forward, and keep building this great, beautiful world that you're building. And know that you're not alone. You're not doing it alone. The human collective, the family of humans living on this planet, for the most part, most of the billions of people on the planet are on your side. It may not seem like it, but at our heart, we're all good, and we're all working together, and it's a beautiful thing that we're doing. And we will someday see how brave and wonderful we were during this harsh and terrible time. And the final card is Temperance. Oh, beautiful. So my eye is drawn very much to the two shells that she has there, and how she's pouring this endless stream. And so what I'm being guided to remind everyone of is that you have endless strength available to you. You have endless strength available to you. You have so much, you have so much to give. You are stronger than you think. You are smarter than you think. You are further along than you think. This whole terrifying experience and all the newness that you're being asked to embrace and to step into might be very hard, but you have the strength. The angels are with you. Temperance is about balance, but it's about finding that middle way. It's about finding that point, that point where your strength comes from. Your strength comes from that place. Your strength to face obstacles, to step into new opportunities, to take action. All the courage that you need comes from this place of temperance, this place of balance, this place of flow. And the idea is that there is no end to the strength available to you. There is no limit to the courage available to you. Temperance doesn't have an ending point. It's not like, well, that's all you get for now. No, you get all that you can get. You can get endless amounts of courage and love and happy feelings from this card. This card is about that place where infinite love flows into your life and has enough strength in it to soothe all your wounds, to help you move forward in the best and healthiest possible way. So what I'm getting altogether from this reading is that, and in keeping with the message of freedom, I'm getting the message of dare to believe that you can have this, that freedom can be yours. Dare to take the steps that you need to take. Dare to believe it. Dare to hold this idea in your heart. Dare to look for it in the world. And the angels are like, I can almost hear the angels. They're like, we double dog dare you to go and take responsibility for your own freedom. We dare you to find this peace, this flow. We dare you to find the strength in your heart. We dare you to face your fears. We dare you to take the steps and to build what you need to build, to construct the life that you want to construct, not just for yourself, but for your family and for everyone else. The angels are like, you have it. It's time. Take the step. Don't worry about how afraid you are. Just take the step anyway, because the angels are with you and God's strength is with you, and you are not alone, because there are so many other people taking steps of courage at the same time that you are. So, wow, what a beautiful reading this was. Oh my gosh. And I think I've got to go back. Because the deck that I was inspired to choose, interestingly, the Dame Darcy Mermaid Tarot deck is a mermaid deck. So there's obviously lots of water and mermaid themed things. There's also like boats and ships and sailors and, other types of things like that in the deck, but it's mainly mermaids. But the thing is, even though it's a like supposedly a water themed deck, this deck has a fire element to it that is unmistakable. When I want a deck that has a fiery sort of energy, this is the deck I reach for. My collection is not huge, but this is the one that has the the most fiery energy to it. Like you can even see from the layout here that the expressions, the colors, the themes, even though it's mermaid, this isn't just sort of a wishy-washy mermaid deck. This is a fiery mermaid deck. And I feel like I was inspired to choose this so that you and everyone watching could be fired up, could be inspired, could be, so you can take the steps that you need to take and release what you need to release, to move forward, to recognize, to go for your dreams. Whatever it is that you need to do during this full moon, whatever it is you're letting go of, whatever it is whatever it is in your mind and your heart that you have to face and overcome, this reading is here to give you the inspiration to do it, to claim your freedom. It's yours. It's always been yours. So my prayer for you and for me and for all of us is, I pray that we all have in our hearts, that we can find in our hearts the courage right now to move forward, to believe in the best, to hold love in our hearts, and to take the steps that our angels are hoping and praying that we'll take. Amen, amen, amen. If you would like a reading, there is a link in the description below. You can schedule with me. And that's all for now. Thank you for watching and have a happy full moon. Bye.